The moment Shi Yan got back to his apartment complex, he saw Zheng Shuyi waiting for him right by the entrance. He played dumb, asking her what she wanted. Zheng Shuyi, full of confidence, declared that she knew he rejected her article 3 times just so he could see her again. Shi Yan immediately shot that idea down. He then proceeded to list, one by one, every single flaw in all 3 of her drafts. Zheng Shuyi had to admit her writing had problems, but she also saw this as an opportunity. She sweetly asked him if he could give her some pointers so she could revise it properly. Following his suggestions, she got to work, and that's when Shi Yan made his move. He deliberately invited her up to his apartment to edit the draft.
Once inside, Zheng Shuyi was all business, completely focused on her laptop.
But she couldn't help but notice that Shi Yan didn't seem the least bit affected by her presence or her looks. It was a little disappointing, to be honest. Meanwhile, a different kind of negotiation was happening elsewhere. Zheng Shuyi, Shi Yan's niece, was trying to convince him to let her quit her job. She bought a fancy bottle of wine, hoping to soften him up. But when she called, she learned he wasn't available to see anyone. Her friend, Guanji, who was with her, joked that her uncle must be hiding a girl at home. Instead of being upset, Zheng Shuyi was actually relieved. She thought, finally, my uncle's love life is starting to bloom. Back at Shi Yan's apartment, Zheng Shuyi kept revising her article under his strict guidance. It was getting really late when he finally gave her the green light and approved the draft. She was absolutely thrilled. She seized the moment and asked if he would consider doing a special interview with her. She also pitched the idea of publishing the article in the finance circle email. With the work officially done, Shi Yan casually asked if her boyfriend would be upset about her getting home so late. Zheng Shuyi dropped a bombshell. She explained that she had actually broken up with her boyfriend on the very first day she met Shi Yan. Then, looking him straight in the eye, she boldly asked, "So, can I pursue you now?" Her direct confession caught Shi Yan completely off guard, and he was visibly flustered. Just then, Zheng Shuyi showed up at his building. She happened to see Zheng Shuyi rushing out of the complex, but she didn't connect the dots. She had no idea that this was the woman her uncle was supposedly hiding. When Zheng Shuyi got home, she immediately vented to her best friend. She complained that Shi Yan basically kicked her out the second she confessed her feelings. Ruo-shan laughed and said Shi Yan was just being childish. She explained that he was the classic, the more I like you, the more I'll deny it type. She even guessed that he had rejected the drafts on purpose, just to spend more time with Zheng Shuyi, and that he probably already had feelings for her. Elsewhere, Zheng Shuyi found out that her uncle had actually invited someone over for drinks before she called. She concluded that Shi Yan really didn't understand romance at all. She told him he needed to learn from Guanji if he wanted to win a girl over. He had to be proactive and take the initiative.
Since Shi Yan hadn't actually said no to her pursuing him, Zheng Shuyi took that as a green light.
That very night, she started bombarding him with texts. Her reporter instincts were also kicking in. She figured that securing a deal with the Guan Corporation was a crucial step for Shi Yan's company, Mingyu Cloud.
They had even invited a top expert, back to the country, which had to be related to their cooperation plan.
Yu's professional insights would be invaluable to the Guans, and Zheng Shuyi knew she had to get to him. She planned to meet with Yu, hoping to get some inside scoop on Mingyu Cloud's future moves. As it turns out, Shi Yan had the same idea, but for a different reason. He invited Yu out for a shooting session. During their break, they started talking about a talented professional named Bruce. Yu explained that Bruce wasn't motivated by money or benefits. He craved excitement, adventure, and new challenges. He advised Shi Yan that the best way to recruit Bruce was to appeal to his desire for something new and challenging. Just then, Zheng Shuyi called Yu to ask for some advice. Shi Yan was right there and overheard her inviting Yu to meet up. A wave of jealousy washed over him. He couldn't stand the thought of her meeting with another man. Back at the magazine office, things were heating up. Zheng Shuyi's rival, Su Yuling, submitted her article to their editor, Temzi. She was gunning for the front page feature of the week. Since Zheng Shuyi was still waiting for Mingyu Cloud's final approval on her article, Temzi was in a tough spot. She had to tell Zheng Shuyi that if she didn't get a final response by midnight, the front page would go to Su Yuling's piece instead. Panicked, Zheng Shuyi contacted Shi Yan,
begging him to approve her final draft quickly.
but Shi Yan, still stewing in his jealousy over her call with Yu, decided to play hard to get. He deliberately held back his response, leaving Zheng Shuyi in a state of pure anxiety. And it wasn't just her. The entire financial department was forced to work overtime, all of them waiting on pins and needles to see if her article would get the final approval. The question on everyone's mind was, will Shi Yan let his jealousy sabotage Zheng Shuyi's career, or will his feelings for her win out in the end? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. And if you're loving this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.